Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sayyid Mohammed Ali Rizvi, and I'm an electrical engineering student of Habib University. I'm currently in my fourth semester. So this video is in fourth in series with our project overview videos, which our project team name is City Builder, and the project is essentially designed for the course object oriented programming. So I'm going to give you in this video. I'm going to tell you about the game flow of our game and discuss the back end work of those things. So first of all, let's just run the game. And so while the game is loading, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what is this game about. So essentially, our game is on building a city, but the main motive or purpose behind is to create awareness regarding climate change. So what we have tried to do as a small effort is to introduce elements into our game such that to create awareness regarding climate change. And the purpose of the game is to motivate the user player to to develop a sustainable city which is focused or based on green and sustainable energy. So basically, this is the basically front end of our game, and this is as you can see at the bottom, this is the shop where you can select different objects, and it can be closed from here and opened from here. And at the top bar, you have four different parameters: XP level, cash, green energy, which is of the city, and oxygen level. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to pull this on a little bit side so that you can see the code behind us. So, and currently, since our game is under construction, so we aren't in the full capacity working. So what we have done is we have shown right now what we're doing is we're printing our values in order to check whether our game is working or not. So for example, if I select industry from my option bar here at the shop, and it will print industry, and industry will hover on the screen until I place it on a certain area, for example here. So when I place the industry, you can see that it tells me that you have bought an industry costing 2,500. Okay, so let's just place more objects and see what happens. So now it tells, because since I've clicked on the shop on house, it tells that you have selected house, and now house will going to be hovering on my mouse. So let's just try to put the house here, and now it tells me I have bought a house costing 650 rupees. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to place multiple objects, for example like a farm, and let's see. So it tells me that farm is costing 550 rupees. So, okay, so when I go up, it tells me upper key is pressed. So that's just a key feature we were trying to work out. It's nothing very special. So now it tells me that the trees are selected. As you can see, trees have been printed, and it now tells me you have bought a tree costing 500. So now what we are going to do, we are going to put a turbine. Okay, it tells me you have bought a turbine costing 250. Now we are going to put again some trees. We need to make our city green. And now what we are going to do is we can also set up a laboratory here. So it also tells me that you have bought a laboratory costing 2,000 rupees. So likewise, for all the objects here, if I put them here, it will tell me their costs. And so like here, what has happened now is that I have bought enough objects currently to make my XP level go above a threshold that is currently set right now to 200. So what happens is that when our XP level rises from 200, our player is essentially promoted to the next level. So there is the message that congratulations, you are promoted to the next level, that is level 2, and you also receive a cash bonus of 5,000. So essentially what we do is that whenever our player is promoted to the next level, we give a cash bonus of 5,000 to our player. Moreover, now I'm going to show how this all is happening. Okay, so we have this is this game.cpp file where the functioning is essentially the main code of our game lies, but we have all the classes of objects here, the header and cpp files. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to show you the industry, for example. So this is the HPP file of the industry. We have some variables here which are private, essentially, and if you want to access these variables somewhere else, for example in the game, we need to have getter and setter functions of those. And moreover, we have some functions here. For example, this is the update scores function, which whenever an object of the industry is created, it updates the XP level and the main cache. Furthermore, you will also have an option to upgrade the industry, laboratory, and different objects in your game, and it will cost a little bit of main cache, but what it will do is that it will essentially be a step towards more sustainable development and building. And what it will do is that it will give you more XP level points, which will essentially increase your level. Moreover, what we can do is we can assign different tasks to our industry, what we want our industry to do. Furthermore, we also what we do is that whenever we create our object, we set a creation time, because essentially one more thing which I needed to add here is that whenever our industry is producing an object, essentially producing an object. So what we are doing here is that we are giving the user that every 5 minutes the industry will produce a product which you can essentially sell. Or what that would mean is that whenever every 5 minutes it will give you cash amount of rupees, for example right now for 250, as you can see here in the code. This is the creation time function which is setting the creation time, and this is the progress time. From here, SDL get ticks, we are getting the time in seconds, and we are setting the time required for a work to be completed for an industry is, for example, 5 minutes. So what we are doing is we are calculating the percentage of the progress, how much work is done or not done, and if the progress reaches 100 or greater than 100, what we do is that we tell the user from a small message on the screen. What we aim to do is that your product is ready, and you can click on it, and it will just increase your cash and a little bit of your XP level, and essentially that will count towards your works and efforts of converting the city green. Furthermore, what we are planning on doing is that here we are updating the cache and XP level, as you can see. Furthermore, what we are planning and trying to do is that in our bank function, what we have said is that maybe if you are playing the game and maybe you run out of all your cash, so what do you do next? So what we are trying to build is that our object, which is a bank, it will also have a giving loan functionality. It will have a function which will allow the user to get a loan from the bank, but that loan currently we have decided that there will be three types of loan. One will be a small, one will be a medium, and one will be a little large loan, and we will be giving some amount of time to the user to return that loan. For example, for the first loan, which is the smallest, 20 minutes will be given. For the second one, 40 minutes will be given. For the third one, 60 minutes will be given, and you will have to return it in time, otherwise an increase of some interest rate would be applicable to you, and more you will be in debt more and more. Moreover, when it reaches a certain point, a certain threshold, what we'll do is that we are going to check the outstanding loan, and if there is an outstanding loan and the amount is very large, it becomes large, it will give you some warning messages. But if you fail to fulfill your dues and debts, so what it will do is that the game will essentially be over here, and then it will show that you are bankrupt, right? So essentially we are working on this aspect of